Hi, Stuart Barger from Eastern Washington. First night sit, I was seeing eyes, just an eye glow in several spots behind the wood pile. There was a lot of twinkly lights back there and a lot of glowing, like trees were glowing and stuff. I went down to Con 2 and got a hug, and people said my head was disappearing. Well, that was another night, but this last night, or was it Saturday night? No, Sunday night. Cynthia was saying that it looked like I went like 8 feet up in the air. My head went 8 feet up in the air, but I didn't feel anything different. But then Matt and I, on Saturday, we went for a nice motorcycle ride, which was good. We saw the Three Sisters, took some pictures of the mountains. The first night sit, there were a lot of Xanue walking around behind my head. I could hear them shuffling around, and I heard a few little ones pitter-patter around there. But I had to wait until my brother-in-law stopped playing his music, and then they started moving around. Last night, there wasn't very much for me. I mean, I could go down to the wood pile and see just a little bit of light. After everybody went to bed, 3 of us went down to the wood pile, and we were seeing a little bit of stuff down there too. Mainly just glowing light. Man, trying to think of everything. It was a little bit uneventful for me this time because we did bring some new campers with us, and I hope they got what they were looking for, because they've given me more than I need. But I'm going to continue, and I had a great time here. This was the best camp ever. I mean, we had a great time here. Got to go riding bikes. That burned us out. We did a little light show for the Xanue last night. I think they appreciated it. We played a lot of music for them, and we will be back again.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, I am Cindy Barger from Royal City, Washington, and Dr. J and Cynthia invited my family up for a weekend just to hang out and visit with them in the Xanue. And Friday, I saw little twinkling lights of the little ones in front of us. I didn't see a whole lot, but I saw some lights. Saturday, I didn't stay out here too long because I have my 2-year-old grandson with me, and he needed grandma. Anyway, but while I was here, I did see some white where Con 2 and Saria stand. And then when Stuart went up,
which is right here. Okay.
When Stuart went up, was hugging Con 2, it looked like his shirt was waving in the wind, and there was no wind. Mm-hmm. And it looked like he had a little bit of stripes. And I saw quite a bit of twinkling back here that night, twinkling in front.
Where are you standing, by the way?
I am standing at the wood pile.
Okay, that's the wood pile that everyone's talking about?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, this is where Zor stands, and this is where a lot of the Xanue stands. Sometimes the little kids are up top. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, also Friday, I was down here and I was holding out my hands and they were sparkling. Okay. So, and that's usually an indication they're holding your hands. Mm-hmm. And then last night, I saw very few twinkling lights, but not too many. But what I did hear, and several of us heard, was big stomping through the woods and brush crackling right over here.
Over in that direction.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep. And then after I went to bed, I heard the dogs answering the coyotes. That was funny. Yeah, I was like, oh, something's going on. I couldn't hear the coyotes, but I could hear the dogs. Mm-hmm. I went, they're answering something. Mm-hmm. But it's very peaceful here. And anybody that should connect with Dr. J and Cynthia and come meet the Xanue.
Has anything significant happened to you in the last year or two coming to Camp Xanue?
Yes, last year I came here in September and I was dealing with some health issues. Unbeknownst to me, I was soon after diagnosed with my 2nd type of cancer. I just had a recent CT scan, and I have, not only am I in remission, I have no cancer. I have no tumors, nothing.
So the tumors you had in your body disappeared?
Yes. And from September to now, I just you know, I've never taken IV chemo. I did have a few low dose chemo prescriptions, but very low dose, and I didn't take very many of those. So I've had help, and I honestly believe when I came in September, I believe the Xanue took a look and moved that. I had a blockage, and they moved it just enough to force my hand to the hospital. And ironically, when I got to the hospital, I'd been getting bounced back between my oncologist and my internal doctor. They didn't know what to do. They thought it was adhesions. And ironically, when I got to the hospital in September, the day after I was at camp, my surgeon was on call and his surgical schedule was open. And I went into surgery within the hour, and I felt total relief because Dr. J had told my son that the Xanue were with me. And I'd been prior told I should never have surgery again because I wouldn't survive.
Well, we're kind of happy you're still around.
Yeah, me too.
Okay.
Yeah, in fact, when I left camp last September, I thought I was telling everybody goodbye.
Well, hello.
Yeah, exactly. I'm still here.
You're still here. Okay, well, thank you for coming to camp, and we look forward to seeing you coming back again.
Yep, we'll definitely be back.
Awesome.
Okay, ready? My name's Terry Hintz, and I'm from Moses Lake, Washington. And as soon as I got out of the vehicle, I felt the presence of love around me. And first night, I went down to the woodpile. My hands glowed like a, I don't know, it glowed.
Like a light bulb or something?
Yeah, like a light bulb.
Yeah, okay.
And the second night, I had the same experience, not as much, but, and then the little one was up by sitting on my foot, one of the little ones.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I enjoy going up to the mountain to see the 3 mountains up on the
Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, and Mount St. Helens.
Yeah, Mount Rainier, Mount Adams, and St. Helens.
Yep. Okay.
And the third night, and I don't know, they said I was going the back, but I didn't see my, they said I didn't have no face or anything.
That your head was disappearing.
Yeah, my head was disappearing.
Yep. While you were getting hugs and stuff.
Yeah. And I enjoyed going to church too.
You enjoyed going to church. Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing.
You're welcome.
Hi, my name's Matt Barger. I'm from Moses Lake, Washington. So this weekend's been crazy. I mean, there's been extra activity, like more than usual. We've seen a lot of twinkling lights. We've seen a lot of red glow. I've been taking some photos and they've been coming out pretty awesome. I'm sure they'll get shared in the group, but on the last night, I had my CPAP machine set up and I was getting ready for bed, and I went up towards the house, and then on my way back down, I heard my machine running. So one of the curious little Xanue turned the machine on, and then when I woke up this morning, I noticed that my battery had been picked up. It's a marine battery, because the plug, part of the wire, was actually sitting underneath the battery that wasn't like that before when I first set it up. Pretty cool. Trying to think. Kept feeling a bunch of energy whenever I went down to Xanue to get hugs. We had Bow Tree that was also giving hugs for the males. And then Saria, she had Murda next to her giving hugs to the females. That was cool for the added hugs. I kept feeling like during the night sit, I'd be sitting down and I would feel, it was almost like hair that I could feel. Cause I mean, there was little Xanue everywhere. I mean, it was just amazing how many there were. There's what, 58 families here on the property? Yeah, so you can imagine that night sit area is just full of them. Trying trying to think. The Warriors were here. They were lined up. Zorth was here. We had some banter between me and him that was pretty funny. I don't know. I'm trying to think of what else there was. Let's see. I don't know. I think that's good.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Hi, my name is Haley. I'm from Moses Lake, Washington. This is my first time here at Camp Xanue. The first night I experienced a lot of like red glows and back in the trees. A little bit of twinkling lights here and there. And then when I went out to the wood pile with my husband, I was kind of putting my hands out for a while, and eventually I felt kind of a tingling going up my fingers. A little more red glows. The second night, I don't really know that I experienced too much. I know that when we were sitting in the chairs just kind of watching, I kept feeling tingling around my face and around my nose. And the third night, last night, was not very active for me, but I did hear all of a sudden a bunch of brushels through the woods and trees snapping the branches. So that was kind of interesting.
So the heavy-footed bipedal.
Yeah, it was very loud.
Yeah, okay.
Didn't really experience a lot last night as far as any colors, or I seen a big shimmering image when I first sat down.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's been a great experience, and I hope to come back soon.
Okay, we'd love to have you back. Thank you for coming.
You.
Hello. Do you have anything you want to share with anybody here? Uh-huh. And what else? Okay. Thank you, Oakley. Bye.